So, welcome to day 47. 47. We've talked the last couple days about the one thing, and yesterday specifically about the keys. And the keys and how we go about choosing the keys is going to be the topic of today, right? And we looked at this illustration yesterday in the relationship of the keys to the one thing, right? Once we've chosen the one thing that we need to knock out this week in support of our goals. And again, that's a key element of all of this is that it is in fact something that supports our challenge outcome. We have to look at the things that will support that. We talked yesterday about being kind of a step effect, right? If you hit the one thing, it's just too big, right? And it doesn't have enough direction, like what's first, what's second. It's like hitting a 6 foot wall, right? But if we break it down into steps, we can get to the top of that. In fact, probably a better visual on this one is like a table, right? If we're going to shoot out each leg, the first one will bring it down part way, the second, and the third, and so on. So what we have to do is when we approach this, once we've got our one thing chosen and we're sure it's supports our challenge outcome, we have to decide what is the first thing that needs to be done. And what we do is when we choose the first thing, we have to do the follow up question. And why is that the first thing? Why is that the first thing? Why is it not the second thing? And it gives us a chance to ensure that that in fact should be the first thing, not maybe that it should be the second thing and something comes back up. That probably should be the first, right? So it's important that we ask the question why. Um, and then we need to make sure that that in itself correlates to the support of the one thing, right? Second thing we have to do is we go down the all four legs, right? We go to the second thing. We ask ourselves the question, what is the second thing that needs to be done? And like the first, why? Why is this the second thing that must be done? Now, this isn't necessarily that we have to wait until the first thing's done, but it's the second thing that needs to be completed. It's not that we can't start um, these things and put them all in motion, but we have to put them in an order that supports each other, right? We have to make sure that the first thing we choose is in support of the others, and in finality or in support of our one thing, which is again in support of our challenge outcome. And again, here we go. This is not rocket science. This is taking this right down the line, right? We have to once again, once we've determined what the first thing is and why, and the correlation to the one thing, and the correlation between the one thing and our challenge outcome, is to take the third, right? Once we're sure, we ask ourselves the question once again, why is that the third thing that must be done? And as you go through this process, you may discover that wait, I just thought of this thing now and it's in third place, but maybe it would be better in first, right? So as we're going through this, we're assessing the things that come to us, and we're putting this, by the time we have a final product, we have them in an order that's functional to get accomplish the one thing, right? So we ask ourselves, why is that the third thing? And if we don't have a decisive answer, obviously we need to have a maybe make an adjustment uh, along the way. And as you might have guessed, the fourth thing is what is the fourth thing that needs to be done? And once again, like we did previous, we're going to ask ourselves, why is this the fourth thing that has to be done? And once we're in congruency from start to finish, this needs to be first, this needs to be second, this needs to be third, this needs to be fourth. We have our why, we have the correlation to the one thing, and the one thing is in correlation with our challenge outcome. Then we're set to go on these things. And the final question that we need to ask ourselves, and to kind of put this whole thing in perspective and make sure that if in fact we do all of these things, uh, will it accomplish the one thing, right? So the question we need to ask is, if accomplish all four of these actions, will it complete the one thing? Not might it, not maybe, will it? Are we certain that it will complete the one thing. If not, we have the opportunity to go back and maybe rearrange, maybe add, subtract, or make some adjustments in the keys. So your assignment once again is to teach this. If you can't teach it, you don't know it. If you don't know it, you can't live it. And do the other items listed at the bottom of this page, and we will talk to you tomorrow.